This woman wants to know how she can get her sister to stop guilting her. This woman says, I'm watching my sister's 9-year-old daughter, and lately she's dropping her off all the time. I told her I wasn't sure if I could keep watching her, and she told me that her daughter would be so upset if we stopped hanging out, and I'd be a bad sister if I didn't help her out. How can I get her to stop guilting me into watching her daughter? Now, this is just a favor that you were doing for your sister, that's one thing. But the fact that her daughter's involved, your niece, it's kind of cruel, and borderline cruel, because you don't want to hurt her feelings, especially if what your sister is saying actually is true. But you need your time as well. So what do you do?
Flip it around, and whatever time you're spending with your niece, say that it's somehow affecting your personal life or your work life or something negatively, and you might, lose your job because you're devoting so much time to watching the kid or, whatever. You have to flip it in a way that makes her feel guilty about guilting you.
So you give her a taste of her own medicine.
Exactly. It's not okay. Yes, they're family, and you should spend time with family, but you're not obligated to watch your sister or your cousins or anybody's children unless you birthed that child.
Erica and Troy, what would you do?
I would tell them to keep their own kids. You didn't make the baby, they did. Like me, I go out of town and visit my family. See my nieces, my nephew, come back home. Actually, I'm on my way back from there now. So, anyways, they don't try to be like, oh, maybe you should take a kid or two home with you, or maybe, if I want to spend time with them, spend time with them when you want to.
Yeah, you want to be able to choose to see your niece on your time.
And I know someone in that situation right now that their sister does that to them all the time. And when it's vice versa, if they need someone to watch the kids, it doesn't happen. Like, that's not the case. They have every excuse in the book why they can't.
Grace and April Park, what would you do?
Oh, I think I'd just pay her.
You would pay your sister?
Yeah, I would pay my sister.
You're like, look, I'll pay you for a babysitter. Just don't drop her off anymore.
Yes.
I guess it depends on how much money you got, but I mean, that's definitely an option.
It is.
Paula and Boston Spa, what would you do?
Well, the sister is being a jerk if she's using the you're going to be a bad sister card. I'm sorry, this is just ridiculous. You can't stop anybody from making you feel the way you feel. So she needs to suck it up and put on her big girl pants and tell her sister to cut down the visits to X number of times a week, something more manageable for her.
Now take a look at what you're saying up on Facebook. Lisa says, tell her to step up and be a mother. Where is she going all the time that she needs you to watch her daughter? I'd help if it's work-related. And I think that's a good point, too. If she can't afford to have a babysitter, then maybe I'd assist. Otherwise, just hire someone. Gian says, if you're not running a daycare and if she's not paying you, then she's taking advantage of you. Turn it around on her and tell her that as the child's mother, your niece loves her, too, and wants to spend more time with her, and she would be a better mother if she spent more time with her child. And finally, Chardonnay says, pick a day of the week or every other week or every month that works for you. Send her a text with your availability and don't answer the door on the day she tries to cross the line. I have 5 sisters, but I would never do this to any of them. It's not a sister thing. Hey, tell us what you think by leaving a message below. And in the meantime, you can check out more videos. We got them right down there below. Click subscribe, and you'll get a notification every Monday through Thursday when we post up new videos. And connect with me on social media. Let's chat at On Air Pete everywhere.